What's up, everybody? It's your favorite A Friend in Need is a Friend Indeed's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at Impossible Toys Executioner. And we are only looking at this due to the generosity and courtesy of one Mr. John B., who hit me up, said he had this guy, knew I wanted it, he didn't need it, didn't want to keep it, and instead of cashing his cow, which he could have done, he sent it to me as a gift, which blew my mind, and I will forever, ever be grateful for. And he's coming to TFCon, so I plan on extending some generosity to him as well, so to speak. So we're going to talk about this guy, and then for those not in the know, I strongly recommend you watch my other Impossible Toys Quint vids, because there's a bit of continuity in there in the sense of the skits, and it'll help you keep track of what's going on at the end of this episode, which kind of plays into some Dr. Francis stuff and Miss Biersack, who's my financial advisor. Doesn't matter, but if you want to know what's going on, if you want to be able to keep up with it, that's the way to go about it. So, as far as I know, this is all he comes with. These things I thought came out, but they don't. They look like they should, but they don't. They're just on hinges. So this is the... look, he's not pretty, okay? So that's worth noting. Impossible Toys isn't necessarily known for their pretty bots. But I can't tell you how grateful I am to have this guy. Like, I've wanted him for so long. I've been watching him on eBay for so long. I don't want to go on and on about it, but I'm having a hard time not doing that. So we'll start with the head. I'm guessing it's on just a swivel because I'm not getting anything else from it. And the swivel is limited, so you get from there to there. The cast, I'm not even sure, but to me, looking at it, it looks like it has purple, red, and silver paint applied to it, which is a fair amount of paint and should be noted. For the torso, nothing, no waist swivel, etc., and there's no good reason why there shouldn't be a waist swivel, to be honest. And then you have these shoulder pads here, which stick out from the back. There's a view of him from the back, just about as unsightly from the front. You get a swivel here at the arm, green, and this doesn't feel, I don't know why, but like the arms don't feel securely attached to the shoulders, even though they are, but it's the shoulders that move on a swivel for just a roundabout motion. You would think that you would have an elbow here, like they would put a disc hinge. Ooh. And they did. It's just been painted over, so you do get an elbow, so that's nice. So they assembled it and then they painted it, and as a result it's just stuck, but there is one there. Let's see if we can get this one to... I'm not going to break it. That's the last thing I'm going to do. And then coming down here we have this silver finish with the red paint, and then the little things articulate. And then for the legs, you have a little bit of an outward swivel here, like a universal, but it's limited because of the sculpt, I think, that stops the joint from really fully moving. And you have no ankle rocker, so there's no real point in having this articulation anyway. And then the swivels move here, so you get the forward and back. And you get a knee a little bit past 90 degrees. Once again, silver finish, purple paint, and a black stripe. No. That's me being an optimist. It's just where the seam is of the two pieces of plastic. So just the purple paint on there, on top of the silver paint. And then the feet, you get a little bit of a toe tilt up and down, and that's it. So this guy is not a good toy, okay? I do not recommend him, especially for the prices that he fetches on eBay, which can be like around $300. I strongly, strongly, strongly advise you not to spend that sort of money for this guy. You will be disappointed. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. But if you can find them for like $20 or so, you know, which is rare, you know, but if just to finish off the collection, you know, he might be worthwhile. For me, it is going to be one of the most prized possessions in my collection, just because of how long I hunted him for, and then ultimately given to me as a gift by a viewer. And as a result, it'll always be very, very an important piece to me. But before we get out of here, I'm gonna make sure I take at least one still footage of this guy with all the other Quints, just so you can see how that looks. And then we'll get out of here. I think final thoughts have pretty much been wrapped up. So there he is on my shelf. I have this little light stand shelf here that I have a few little collections on, and there he is with the other 3 Quints and the I forget, the Bailiff and the Alicon, and then down below we have the Sharkticon. So that's how I have them. I'm 100% happy. I'm 1,000% happy, to be honest. But I absolutely do not recommend them to anyone, especially at a high dollar budget. I can't stress that enough. Anyway, thank you, John, and thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.
Mr. Skullface, Miss Beersack, the judge has put me in charge with sitting down with both of you to try to engage in some common ground, to move past all of this hullabaloo.
Well, I gotta be honest, I don't know where the animosity or the hostility is coming from, Doc.
Really?
I felt like we had a good rapport. We were talking about my finances. I thought she was... Can I be honest?
Of course, this is a place for honesty.
Can I be fair?
And true to yourself, maybe.
I thought she was picking up on a few of my vibes.
Ah.
A few of my vibes.
Yes, I can understand that.
So what are you gonna do? You make a few moves.
Miss Beersack, I think we can all agree there was some picking up of vibes.
I believe our relationship should be strictly professional and there should be no vibes of any sort.
No vibe transfer, as you were.
She's not saying that the vibes weren't there. She's just saying that they shouldn't be there.
Ah.
And they were unwanted there.
Unwanted. You weren't acting too unwanted when I was trying to lift you up out of that neon.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Now she doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Ah.
Big, stupid green neon with cloth seats sitting out front. Didn't even have leathers in it, Doc.
I think I saw the beads. The beads on the chair?
Beads.
Some of us are a little more financially responsible with our money.
You hear the judgments.
Yes, I understand.
Lots of judgments. Look, did I make some advances? Okay, the answer is yes. I thought they were warranted.
Definitely not warranted.
I thought they were wanted.
Or wanted.
If we could speak one at a time, that would be great.
I thought they were maybe wanted.
Definitely not wanted.
But I thought as much.
Thought wrong.
Listen to my feelings, how I feel. I thought they were wanted.
But they weren't.
Apparently.
Listen to how I feel.
Apparently, I was misdirected. But I saw some of the signs.
Signs.
I felt like she was being very smiley.
Yes.
There's a lot of smiles. I know that eye contact is a big thing.
I'm a professional and you're a client. Should I be...
Miss Beersack, you can get the smiles.
You hear me?
We both know this.
She won't negotiate. It's like talking to a terrorist.
I think you're confused that the United States does not negotiate with the terrorists.
When you guys are talking over each other, I can't understand a word.
Relationship. A professional...
She was looking into my eyes a lot, Doc. One thing I've learned from women over the years, when they're into you, they keep eye contact.
Yes.
So I thought maybe I play around with you. Who says I'm interested in the first place? I'm just flirting, having a good time.
But I wasn't having a good time.
I think maybe you thought about the life that I could offer you to push you a little bit harder, to push you a little bit harder, to work some longer hours, get yourself into a better car, put myself into a better basement. And
You're crazy. You're crazy. This is why I have a restraining order. Just stay away from me.
The restraining order will be lifted. This is the goal here.
The restraining order will not be lifted.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
No, I am the judge of that. I filed the restraining order.
You hear it. You hear it right from her mouth.
Yes. The judge.
It wasn't me saying get out. No, it was me saying come in.
Yeah, and me saying no thank you.
Are you going to say that you didn't find me in our 4 weeks together the slightest bit charming?
Frustrating. Terribly frustrating. Immature.
Maybe a little bit charming.
And that's not a word that comes to mind.
Maybe a little bit dapper.
Definitely not a word that comes to mind.
You saw the Nautica emblem on my robe. Did you or did you not?
I did.
You thought, hey.
I thought, hey, when's that been washed last?
You thought to yourself, hey, maybe this guy owns a boat. Am I right?
Nope.
Miss Biersack, as you know, Nautica clothes are for those individuals who own boats and go boating. You thought maybe I had a boat. I think you saw some free money, played with the idea a little bit. And it's okay. It's okay. Because I was willing to play a little bit too. Half of that is on me. Okay?
No, I'm pretty sure all of it is on you. And I wasn't interested in your Nautica robe or your fantasy boat that you're daydreaming about. It's just...
There's no compromise, Doc.
We're just done. We're done.
And yet she's here.
And yet she's here.
Yes,
You
she's
see?
I didn't have a choice.
You see the confusing signs?
I want to get paid for the services that I provided.
Did I not pay you for those
No.
services? I've just been through so much this last week, Doc, and now the rejection of my financial advisor on top of that.
It's very hard, so to speak.
So how can we come to some sort of conclusion today so we can all move on?
I don't know, I think maybe if you lifted the restraining order, maybe I can get past it.
Okay, so if that's what we'll just finish this, we can all go home, go our own separate ways, then I will drop the restraining order.
Ah, beautiful.
You know you're looking damn good in them jeans, right?